If you want to lose the least amount of money possible on your next new car, consider one of these. This year, American cars dominated J.D. Power's reliability study, and European brands ruled the roost in their customer satisfaction index, but Kia, Honda, and Toyota came out on top for this year's Residual Value Awards. Clearly, in these tough economic times, consumers like you are changing the way that you buy cars. Things like affordability, insurance rates, fuel costs become more important. We had $5 a gallon and higher just this summer. And there's another element that ranks highly as important for selling points: residual value, in case you think about selling your vehicle later down the line or trading it in. So we know that car depreciation is a fact of life. They lose quite a bit of value the moment they drive off the lot, and some cars lose value faster than others. And in this year's J.D. Power Residual Value Awards, we get to find out which brands and models hold their value the best. I guess the big news is that Lexus has received the brand award for Best Premium Brand 3 years in a row, while Honda has now won Best Mass Market Brand for the second year in a row. And Kia has walked away with the most individual model awards and the most improved Mass Market Brand Award for the year. Porsche has won the most improved premium brand, moving up 4 places in the list. But depreciation has not been a factor for many Porsche models for a long time. This year's competition, though, looks at recognizing vehicle models projected to hold the highest percentage of their manufacturer's suggested retail price after 3 years of ownership. The competition took into account factors such as options, feature sets, weather, and macroeconomical environment, mileage, as well as quality and reliability. For 2023, 13 brands received awards over 29 segments, and J.D. Power evaluated a grand total of 291 models. And before you jump all over the comment section, only brands with line entries in at least 4 different vehicle segments qualified for this year's award. And Kia walked away with 5 model-level residual awards for the K5, Rio, Sportage, Soul, and Telluride. Honda and Toyota each received 4 model-level awards for the Civic, Passport, HR-V, and Odyssey, and GR Supra, 4Runner, Tundra, Tacoma, respectively. The best European brand is Land Rover, in 4th place with 3 awards for the Discovery and the Range Rover Velar and Evoque, and it's followed in 5th place by the American brand Chevy, which won awards for the Bolt EV and Silverado 2500 HD. Quote, "This year's achievement by Kia speaks volumes about how far the brand has come." This from a member of the J.D. Power team. The marketplace acknowledges that Kia has a very strong product lineup in terms of design, quality, and residual values. Kia has become a force to be reckoned with. I've been saying this for a long, long time. You can see a full list of the winners on J.D. Power's website. In the meantime, there you go. Kia has the best resale values, with Honda a close second. So if you don't want to lose any money on the car that you have, if you plan on selling it, those are the ones you should keep an eye on. Have any comments? Leave it in the section below. Adios.
Here it is, my friends, the redesigned 2023 Kia Sportage, a vehicle that has now more cargo and passenger space, incredible technology, which I'm very fond of, and for me, got 30 miles per gallon on the highway. This little machine here, featured in jungle green exterior paint color, comes in 7 trim levels. Yes, 7. Try to keep track of that. 1 engine regardless of trim level. Front wheel drive on many of them with the option of all-wheel drive, and certain trim levels have all-wheel drive as standard. I have this X Pro Prestige in all-wheel drive. Today I'm going to break down a number of demonstrations for you. Going to talk about what's under the hood. Going to give you a cargo demo, and of course the numbers to that, as well as what's going on inside the cabin. This is going to be a good one. Thank you so much for watching. So under the hood of ours, which is the 2023 Sportage X Pro Prestige, all-wheel drive, is a 2.5 liter gasoline direct injection, so a GDI, 4-cylinder engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, and yes, all-wheel drive with a center locking differential. Fuel economy is 23 city, 28 on the highway for a mixed driving number of 25 miles per gallon. I'm super impressed with the passenger space in the back seat. Not only did they get both car seats back there throughout the week for both kids, front-facing car seats. Actually, one's a booster seat now and a front-facing car seat, but also just enough room in the middle for a good-sized duffel bag or sports bag. So that was a big plus for me as a parent. Now, for those of you who want to be a passenger in the back seat, not a problem whatsoever. I'm 5'11". Here's what it looks like with me sitting behind myself, because this was my position as the driver up front. So look at that. Look at all that leg room. So this is going to be a super comfortable place to be. Crossover, SUV, not a problem. Don't even think twice about being comfortable as a full-size adult. 2 people, no problem. 3 might be a little bit tight, but hey, that's also what you deal with the class. You know, Kia was really thoughtful about how utilitarian this can be. They've got a slot right here behind the headrest of both the driver and passenger where you can put maybe an iPad or a tablet, or if you want to just put some sort of duffel bag with arms on it or straps, maybe some groceries. This can facilitate that kind of thing. Also, a compartment behind the seat, also another little hook right here. Whatever you want. They're thinking ahead so you don't have to. And here's a nice little technology Easter egg. There are 2 USB ports integrated into both the passenger and driver seat on the side, so people in the back can stay charged up with their devices. That's pretty smart. Finally, this features a massive panoramic moonroof that goes all the way back behind my head, so headroom should not be an issue if you're 6'3", maybe 6'4", but 6'3" or shorter in the back seat. Headroom will not be a problem whatsoever. All right, cargo volume numbers are very impressive. Of course, they increased those numbers to make it much bigger than it used to be. Now it's a very big contender in its class. I could press a button to open the liftgate. I'll just press the button underneath here, show you there's multiple ways to do that. So you're looking at nearly 40 cubic feet of cargo volume behind the back row. Get a 60-40 split right here. When you fold those down, just over 74 cubic feet of volume. A nice wide opening, flat floor there. And once you fold those down, so much more space. I have a demo here for you showing some flowers and how I used just the back area. So take a look at that. So it says the max load is 130 or 160, 180, I can't quite tell. 60 kilograms. So a couple of pink hydrangeas, no problem. Other supplies here from the Home Depot. Yeah, very manageable. Very manageable indeed. So you got your projects, you got your paint projects that the missus has outlined for you. No problem. Get some paint brushes to stain the fence, like Mr. Miyagi taught us. And yeah, that should be good. Not too shabby, right? Just one small example of how you can utilize the cargo space in the back, and that was just behind the back row seats. Fold those down, of course, you can get some longer items, go to Home Depot, and you can just go crazy. When you're ready to go, press a button here along the edge and walk away, and you are good to go. All right, a couple of things here. First of all, check this out. Look down below here. Of course, you have this amazing infotainment screen, which is all one screen. There's no break whatsoever with this screen right here. So you go from your instrument cluster to your infotainment screen. And if you look real close, you might not be able to see it with the light, but the screen is actually here. And even though it's all black, there is a gap right here of no information, which is normal. But the fact that they made one long screen is really cool. They also have this in the Genesis luxury arm of Hyundai. They have it in their Genesis GV60 for 2023. So this 2023 Sportage also has it. So maybe, I don't know yet, but maybe that's what they're doing moving forward with Kia and Hyundai, as well as their luxury arm of Genesis, is incorporating these longer one-piece screens in the front, which looks really good, seamless, beautiful. Anyhow, so that's there. Below, you have your climate controls, but also you might be wondering, where is the audio controls? There's no buttons for it, but there is. You switch between the fan and this triangle right here, and from there, now this becomes your volume button, and now you have access to the map, navigation, seeking between the different media and radio setups right there. So if I go back down and press this fan, now I have access to the climate controls. So that is the difference here. It may seem odd at first, because if you're turning your dial here, you're turning up the temperature, but then when you go back up to the arrow there, now you're changing the volume of whatever's on the radio or media that you're playing. So I'll go back to the fan, and now I can change the temperature and work with the fan strength. Anyhow, that's what it looks like there. Pop it in drive. Okay, let's back it up for a second. Here's your reverse camera, just on this screen, obviously. So you have behind with lane lines that adjust with the turning of the wheel. And you can also see with the yellow, possibly over here, turning the wheel, you can see where the wheels would be angling you back or forward. We'll put it in drive for a minute here and go forward, and we'll do a little driving demo. All the steering wheel mounting controls as usual suspects with the volume over here. This can also be volume if you don't want to mess with the climate and change it. So the volume is over here. Lane keeping, you get the radar cruise control, setting you cruise control. In fact, watch this footage here. Going down the freeway, you can see that by pressing these, I can take my hands off the steering wheel and it stays within the lane because I activated the lane keeping assist. I know that's probably a Honda Acura term, but lane keeping assist aid as you're driving down the road. And then it was also at a cruise control of whatever it was. So that's all set right there. So almost hands-free driving, although don't do that for very long. That's what it looked like earlier today when I was doing a little driving with this. All right, back here in front with the cabin. Let's go ahead and drive over here. Very smooth, quiet. Another advantage of this single piece screen, it's low. It's all consistently low, nothing blocking my visibility. And the Sportage, even with these off-road tires, drives smooth. They had some all-season tires on a different model, not this model here, and that will drive it even smoother.
Well, there you go. That's it. Your 2023 Kia Sportage redesigned this year. Price point between $26,000 and $37,000. Not bad at all, considering you have 7 trim levels to work with and the front wheel, all-wheel drive options, but only one engine choice. That might be one of the downsides. Besides all the other great things in here, that's one thing that stands out as a negative. They've made great improvements everywhere else. I definitely recommend it. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Adios. One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.